Hello and welcome once again to Jacob's Toys 5 minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we're taking a look at the Disney Plus wave, in particular D'Onofrio's Kingpin from the Hawkeye TV show. Now it was a huge kind of twist that Kingpin was one of the main villains, or the main kind of antagonist if you like, in the Hawkeye TV show, and it brought Kingpin from the Daredevil TV show into the MCU, and it was a very clever way of kind of bringing him in. However, the figure does leave a little bit to be desired, but we'll get into that in a second. Now, we never got a Kingpin figure originally with the Daredevil figures that we got years back. I think that was, 2018 maybe. We got all the Defenders and we got Daredevil. We got quite a few. We got a Defenders box set for San Diego Comic-Con, but we never got a Kingpin. So to have Kingpin at long last is definitely a plus. I'm just a little bit disappointed. He comes with his cane and he comes with two alternate hands, but as you can see, the actual size of the figure isn't that big. Now, in Daredevil, he was smaller. Now, this is where it gets a bit weird, because in Daredevil, he was smaller before entering the MCU, but in the Hawkeye TV show, they kind of played around with camera angles and stuff and made him look a lot bigger and a lot more menacing. And I think this is his kind of classic look, isn't it, with like the purple trousers and the white suit jacket. So it's very kind of classic Kingpin looking. But personally, I would have preferred to have got him in the Hawaiian shirt that we saw him in, that kind of red Hawaiian shirt. But yeah, either way. I mean, the head sculpt isn't too bad, to be fair. It's not that bad. It does look like him. He's got the suited trousers, the newer suited trousers, so they're a lot thicker than the old suit trousers, and they are, of course, pinless. But then he's got pinned arms, so it is a kind of reuse of those suit arms with the little buttons on the cuff. Here he is next to Kate Bishop, and you can see that he doesn't look that huge. In the show, he really towered over her in those final scenes, and this figure just doesn't do that. It just looks kind of mediocre. I think again, I probably would have preferred this figure as a deluxe if they had made him just that little bit larger than life, just to kind of tie in with that Kingpin character. Now, we have had the Tracksuit Mafia, so we had Tracksuit Mafia Build-A-Figures, which came with a whole bunch of heads, so you could get all the different characters. I cannot for the life of me while I'm filming this remember the name of this character to his left, but I did pick up a handful of those Tracksuit Mafia characters just so that I could get a whole range of looks, and we can have a few balaclavaed ones. But you did get two unmasked heads, which were two characters from the show, and it's completely gone. I cannot remember for the life of me what these two characters were called. But looking at Kingpin next to him, he doesn't look anywhere near as daunting as I would hope so. I would have much preferred it if he was a little bit bigger and they made these Tracksuit Mafia really look like kind of minions, as opposed to them looking like his equal. I mean, if I actually just move him forward just a little bit in the camera, although they're on a different plane, you can see how much better he looks bigger. So if they'd made him this big and he just sort of stood head and shoulders above the Tracksuit Mafia, that would have been fantastic. But actually, if you're going to display him with the Tracksuit Mafia, he's just the same size and doesn't look anything special. And I'm kind of annoyed, to be fair, because I was really anticipating a Kingpin figure. I thought we were definitely going to get one because of his popularity in the TV show, and it just feels a little bit, I don't want to say lazy, because it's not lazy, but there was a lot more potential. I think with a lot of figures in this wave, with like Agatha Harkness, with Kingpin, there was a lot of potential for them to do something really special, and instead they've just kind of given us a generic figure, a generic character. On his own, when he's not stood with anyone else, he looks pretty decent. You know, doesn't look that bad at all. But then when you do put him with those kind of Tracksuit Mafia characters, or you put him with Hawkeye or Kate Bishop, he does look very small. Now, Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye is not the tallest. When he's going side by side with people like Thor and Hulk, he doesn't look overly huge. He looks quite small. But side by side with Kingpin, they're pretty much eye to eye, which is a real shame. And I suppose that's one of the flaws of having a generic line like Marvel Legends, because a lot of the figures are going to use certain parts in their tooling, so they are all going to come in at very similar sizes. But with that said, they are able to give us smaller versions of Spider-Man, bigger versions of other characters, so to actually have done it with this character probably wouldn't have been that much of a stretch. Anyway, Please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. I'll see you soon.